Hi guys and welcome back to Crypto Chester. I'm here today to give you a BTC update. Going to be starting off with BTC on the 1 hour, moving through to the 4 hour. Then also we're going to be touching on some very key indicators on how we can be making money in today's markets. Once we're done with that, we're going to be getting through to the final stage of the video, and that is going to be the trade of the day. This is the trade that I basically give you guys to go and do some research on. Don't go take it. It's not financial advice, but just to go do some research on. We're currently 8 trades successful in a row, which is very exciting stuff. So hopefully we can get a 9th trade in a row today. Starting off with BTC on the short-term time frame, guys. Not going to keep you guys too long. And if you like the updates, smash the subscribe, hit the notification bell. You're never going to miss one of my updates, guys. Now, as you can see, starting off with BTC on the short-term time frame, on the hourly, you can see we are in this what you would call a symmetrical triangle chart pattern. You can see the resistance on the top side here. Pretty good stuff. We have actually come up to this zone quite a few times recently, right? Quite a few times recently, tapped around 19.6, and we're still in this horrific ranging period here on the macro time frame, which I will get into. But in terms of a trade for the day, which I'm looking for here, you can see the support on the lower side for this symmetrical triangle chart pattern as well. And this basically means that we do have a measure move to the downside that's looking somewhat like this, right? If we break the downside here, we will be losing the 0.382 Fibonacci retracement, and that is going to signal a 2.29% move to the downside, right? This is going to be very interesting because it's going to be a very nice, pretty clean position, I would say. Multiple TPs along the way. As you can see, we have got very clean horizontals in terms of levels of support if we are going to be shorting this market. You know me, I like to have at least 4 TPs per measure move here, because if you stagger your take profits, you're less likely to get reversed on, right? It's the most successful sort of way that I've found trading here. It's called gridding your take profits. Once you hit your first take profit, you move your stop loss to your entry point, then it's a risk-free position, guys. So yeah, talking about Fibonacci here, if we do come down to halfway between this measure move here, and that is going to be around 18.9 there, and we break the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement here, then this will mean the confirmation of a reversal, and this basically says that we're going into a very strong downtrend right now. That does bring me onto the DMI, guys, because the directional movement index at the moment here for the short-term time frame, we have had a bearish crossover coming through with the ADX up at around 34.7. So this does signify that we're going into a horrific, well, short-term downtrend to the downside, right? And it's still above that 25 level there. So I probably would expect the symmetrical triangle chart pattern to break to the downside, right? So that's sort of what I'm looking for. And also, guys, if you can imagine this volume weighted ATR band coming up as well and coming to the end point of this move to the downside here, the sort of price I'm looking for is around 18.7, 18.8, that sort of area here on the short term. So not looking too shabby at all. In terms of the MACD, guys, you can see the trend is fizzling out. We are looking for a bullish crossover, but this is probably just because we are sat on this level of support right now. We can easily wave up to the 0.236 Fibonacci retracement, and that's going to be sat around 19.4, 19.5 before heading down. But in terms of like a reference point for the day, I would be looking for a nice little move to the downside. If we break to the upside, guys, we're still prepared for that. We have got a nice measure move set in around 3% there as well, and we did the Fibonacci swing high up at around 19.9 as well there. And you know the score, volume weighted ATR went up around 20k. So we know if we do break up this area, we're going to be taking hella profit if we do go long on this position there. But I would expect short side, I would expect bearish momentum to the downside today. Moving on to the midterm time frame here for Bitcoin, you can see we are sat in this range which I was talking about at the start of the video, and I said I'd go into. You can see the range that we have got here. The support on the lower side is still being formed here. Still pretty good stuff. It has around 18.1. 18. You can see the resistance on the top side that we have tested. We haven't quite come up to that most recently. We did get up to the volume weighted ATR band around 20k. But if we are going to see a massive leg up for Bitcoin, it is going to be around 20,350 there. If that is going to happen, then I would be looking for a potential cheeky, juicy money to be made long on the table to be taken there. It's going to be around an 11.14%. Obviously staggering those TPs up as we go, guys. We know the score. And vice versa to the lower side as well. You can see the measure move that we're working with. This is actually pretty dirty, guys. It's pretty filthy. This is a moldy fruit in the bowl, because this will put Bitcoin down all the way down to $16,200. Not great here, okay? Not great. We don't want to see us break 17.6. If we break 17.6, it will be a new bear market low, which I don't think anyone's looking forward to, right? I don't think anyone's looking forward to. So ideally, we don't break that. But if we do, I'm going to be looking for a lovely cheeky short and then taking profit at all the major volume weighted ATR bands, as you can see on the screen there. We've got the 4 hour, we've got the 60-minute. If we lose the 60-minute and we start trending down to the 4 hour, it could be pretty brutal, right? It could be pretty brutal. And I do want to go into the longer term time frame very quickly here, guys, once I've just covered the short term, because we're actually due a massive move for Bitcoin. I'm talking a humongous 10k sort of swing, and I will go into that very shortly. You can see on the DMI, guys, directional movement index, we have had that bearish crossover, and we are just above 20, so it signifies that we are going to have a downtrend, but not too strong. Okay, so that might indicate coming down to the volume weighted ATR band at around 18.6, and that is going to be perfect for our lovely little cheeky short position on the shorter term time frame. Point of control, we're currently below it. We have had a few candle body closes below it here on the VPVR, guys. I mean, it's just changed, but yeah, you can see the most common one on the VPVR as we zoom out there is maybe we are above it. It's just changing like crazy at the moment. So yeah, maybe we are forming support above it right now. If we do close below that, guys, I would expect a leg down, and that is going to be the confirmation for this move for the shorter term time frame as well. Moving on to premium scalp package, guys, we have seen us come below the 200 EMA on the 30 minute, no, on the hourly, above below the 200 EMA coming through from here. We have had a sell signal as well around here. Made a nice little bit of profit, earlier on in the day today. Pretty good stuff, but I would expect bearish momentum coming through. It is looking bearish with below all major signs here for momentum to the downside right now. So yeah, looking pretty good, I would say, for a nice short position. In terms of the ultra swing package, guys, you can see the linear trend. We are just about to come below it here, and also we do have the TEMA and DEMA, the triple EMA and double EMA, coming through for a bearish crossover as well. So it is looking fairly bearish pretty much across the board. Key areas that I would look out for here, guys, it is going to be this 19.2, because this 19.2, you can see once we lose this zone, here, we usually come down and tap this area on the lower side here. We have done this multiple times. This is like a micro sort of range that we are working in here. So if we do lose this and get a candle body close below 19.2, preferably 19,186. I would expect a nice little dump down to 19,055 for you short-term traders there, little scalpies. Now, moving on to the trade of the day, guys. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to go on to the longer-term time frame very quickly, because I want to just touch on the daily here. You can see the historical validity percentile coming through from here. You can see it's very goddamn low. Every single time this is really low, guys, we usually see a significant move. So if you look here, you can see it's around this area here. We have a significant move to the downside, and that's literally like $3,000 or $4,000 there. If we go back in history here, you can see very low. Very low. When this happens before, we literally saw Bitcoin dump down around 10k from around 40, well, literally more than that. It's just horrific price action to the downside here. Very low, very volatile stuff coming through. So it's definitely something that I really want you guys to keep an eye on here through the indicators, and just be aware, because this is very low. We're not seeing any volume coming through from here. Okay, moving on to the trade of the day, guys. This is the trade of the day that I have chosen to showcase to you, which I'm going to be looking for. We are currently 8 trades in a row. Amazing stuff there. I am going to be setting up a challenge where we're going to be doing, like, I don't know, maybe $100 to $10,000. I think that'd be quite cool to do, because these trades of the day, they're literally continuously coming in, and I think it'd be quite cool if we were to track our progress with that together as a community. Now, as you can see, trade of the day today, we are looking at VeChain. It's a bit of VET. I know a friend of mine loves a bit of VeChain, but we're going to be doing it from a little bit of a scalp, right? You can see a parallel channel to the center point of the screen. You can see the resistance on the top side. You can see the support on the lower side here. We are looking for a measure move to the downside or a measure move to the upside. I ideally want to see a move to the downside here, because obviously the market genuinely looks bearish. So I would be looking for around a 4.12%. You can see the TPs that I've got staggered in there. Ideally, I want to see a nice candle body close below 0.0, it's 2 cents. VeChain now, horrific. 0.0225. Candle body close below that area, then I would be looking for a nice early TP 224, and then 222, 2190, 2165. Also, guys, if you want to join the Telegram community, link is up in the right hand corner of the screen. But yeah, that's gonna be it from me, guys. Be careful trading Bitcoin today. It is a pretty filthy market, and it could go either way, right? It could go either way. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Thank you ever so much for tuning in. But for now, it's gonna be peace out and goodbye from me, Crypto Chester.